What's up, nerds? It's Mike. What's up, nerds? That's our thing. We say it for everything.
Since when?
Every single video, if you watch them, starts off with "What's up, nerds?" Because we're nerd fellas. Why not?
It sounds disrespectful.
Okay, what do you want to say?
Hello, everyone.
Oh, God. Okay, can we start over?
I thought this was our intro. A little banter.
No, I don't like this banter. What's up, nerds? It's Mike with NerdFellas.
And Martin.
Just Martin. Martin. And we are here for our third podcast. We are a week late. We planned on doing one every week, and we skipped one. Just super busy, but a lot of news. But in particular, we have to talk about the Oscar nominations for the 90th Academy Awards.
Oscars.
Are
we having an Oscar party?
I always have an Oscar party.
Yeah, and I'm always there.
I don't care what anyone thinks.
I don't care. I'm always there. And we're the only two that are going.
I could have sworn you hated
dude.
Awards parties. Or awards in general.
Others except the Oscars.
Am I confusing you all the time with Carlos?
Maybe. But the Oscars to me are very important.
Okay.
That's like a second holiday for me.
That is like a second holiday.
Yeah.
I like it. Wait, what's your first?
Christmas and holidays.
And
then
sense.
My birthday.
And your birthday. That makes sense.
That's it. That's all I celebrate.
That's all that counts in life. So, there were some big announcements, especially for like the nerds, for sure. Mm-hmm. I mean, there was a bunch of nominations and a first time for a comic book film.
A couple of snubs in my opinion.
A lot of snubs.
I'm a little.
And you know what? Like just like we said in our last one, we didn't get to see every single movie of 2017.
Yeah, I did because of MoviePass though. I did see a bunch.
That's true.
So thank God.
That's true. Yeah. Saw way more than I did. So we kind of want to just go on a rundown of the nominations, the nominees, and kind of give you our predictions. Mm-hmm. Who was nominated, who deserves it, but who's gonna get it. Mm-hmm. And then we're just gonna go down the line. So if we start. Let's go ahead and start off with the original screenplay.
All right. So nominated is Lady Bird, Get Out, The Big Sick, which is, if you remember, it was in my top 3. 3 Billboards Outside of Ebbing, Missouri, and The Shape of Water. By the way, did you watch the nominations as they happened?
It was a little awkward, right?
Super awkward. Ebbing, Missouri?
Missouri.
Oh, man.
But she brought a comedy to it that no one else has. And, they both, somehow, they were a good matchup, I thought. It's the audience that was kind of, like, boring.
It was weird. And then, but even before that, when they were doing, like, the technical awards... Mm-hmm. And then they're showing like these little clips.
The clips kind of didn't coincide with.
I was like, oh, okay.
It was cool seeing the clips when you had like these particular stars. Mm. Like it opens up with Gal Gadot, and then she's, sitting there, and it's production design, set design.
So, yeah.
And they take away the set from her. I was like, okay, that's cool, that makes sense. But then there was others that I was like, what does that have to do with it? But whatever. Either way, nominees. Those are the nominees for original screenplay. Now, who do you want to get it?
Well, okay. I saw every single movie except 3 Billboards. That's a movie I was supposed to watch yesterday or even today. I didn't get to. But, see, there's a big thing. I'm thinking that could possibly be the actual... winner.
Okay, so let's say the winner is probably more than likely going to be 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri. Who do you want out of the 4 movies that you did see?
Ooh, well, okay, I loved The Big Sick. But when we talked about the movies we watched this past year on our last podcast, I forgot to mention one, which was The Shape of Water. Shape of Water was awesome. And... man, I think honestly, in my opinion, Shape of Water might take that one.
I think I'm gonna go with you on that one.
Writing, yeah.
Yeah. I'll tell you this. I would love to see Jordan Peele win for Get Out because it was a unique screenplay.
We'll talk about that later.
Why not now?
Because that's not the right category to talk about.
Okay, let's move on. Now, adapted screenplay is where the biggest news came in for the nerd world. So the nominees for adapted screenplay, Mudbound, The Disaster Artist, Call Me By Your Name, Molly's Game, and Logan, one of the best films, our number one film of 2017.
Yes.
So sadly, we'll get more into this. It was the only nomination for Logan. It was the only nomination for Logan. So it's awesome because an adapted screenplay. This is adapted from the comic books.
Yeah.
So they're pretty much taking this as a form of literature.
Yeah.
So it's a pretty big deal, not just for the comic book genre, but just in movies in general. It's showing that these movies can contend. And, I mean, we did see that, sadly, with Suicide Squad winning an Academy Award.
Well, I mean, they won for, like, a technical one, like, best hair or something like that. Best, costumes or something.
But they have an Academy Award attached to their name. True. But this is more prestigious, in my opinion.
Exactly. This is, like, a big one.
This is a huge one.
So this is one of the big ones. It's not a technical award. It's something that very few films can say that they have been nominated for. You know what?
Let's be honest. And I'm going to tell you straight up. I've only seen Disaster Artist and Logan.
Oh, me too.
But, I mean, I look at all of them, and I still feel Logan can win this.
I hope they can.
I think they can. I really think
because
they can.
Let's think about it. Aaron Sorkin's a great writer, and he wrote Molly's Game and directed it, too.
Yeah, that's pretty big.
Everyone's been talking about Call Me By Your Name. I have not seen that or don't really know what it's about.
And just turning The Disaster Artist into a movie, I mean,
and I read that book.
Deal.
That's the thing, is that I read that book, and that's a great book. And that's a great screenplay, too. But, man, I didn't see Mudbound either.
But you think about it, to adapt Logan from the series Old Man Logan, and then you have to sprinkle in, like,
I'm wondering if that's what they meant.
Stuff.
You know what I mean? Like, did they mean it from a specific...
That's specific. It's Old Man Logan.
Or is it just in general from the comics?
I think specifically Old Man Logan is what it was adapted from. Because it was mentioned in interviews, too, that Old Man Logan is a big source material for this. But, I mean, obviously, they've taken inspiration from various Marvel issues across X-Men titles. But, you know what? Logan, that's the one I want. So that was big. Now we get into, there's one category that pretty much is all nerd. Yep. And I love it because visual effects is big in the movies that we like. Who are the nominees?
Kong, Skull Island, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, War for the Planet of the Apes, Blade Runner 2049, and Star Wars The Last Jedi.
Man, and you know what? When I think visual effects, I think there's really only two big contenders in this, and I think one clear winner.
Okay.
What do you think?
Are you thinking... Because when you say visual effects, I'm thinking... world building, world creating, and there's actually 3 in my opinion that were like that.
Well, okay, what are your 3?
Although I don't agree that they would actually win, but Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 is very world building. War for the Planet of the Apes and Star Wars. Okay,
what about Blade Runner?
I love that, but it didn't seem like...
It's not a big world building piece?
It's beautiful. And we'll get into that in a different category, but I don't know about visual effects.
Okay, so
I don't know.
So then let's say we take out Blade Runner, and I kind of want to take out Kong Skull Island, just because it's a sucky movie in general. I really think, just like with Andy Serkis doing War for the Planet of the Apes, he deserves all sorts of awards for his achievements in this, you know. And he's not even listed on visual effects. And he's a pioneer on this, you know. But, you know, if there was going to be a winner, I would choose between War for the Planet of the Apes and Star Wars The Last Jedi.
I still haven't seen War, so
Because the visual effects mostly rely on the apes.
Yeah, exactly. And the last two movies have been great too. So I would have to give it to Last Jedi for now because I haven't seen.
So let's say Last Jedi is going to win.
I hope so.
All right.
Sound mixing and sound editing are the exact same movies. They're all the exact same one.
Just in a different way. So if you put sound editing and sound mixing into one category, you can basically bring it down to Shape of Water, Baby Driver, Dunkirk, Star Wars: The Last Jedi, Blade Runner. I think a clear winner here is Baby Driver.
Okay, now let's get into the.
If you had to split it,
I would have to split it because sound mixing and sound editing is very different.
So if we broke it down, okay, sound editing I think goes to Baby Driver.
And can you explain to the audience what is sound editing?
So sound editing is basically choosing the kind of music, the kind of sounds that everything makes effects wise, footsteps, cars, everything. And of course, mixing is putting it all together. But just sound editing in general, it's also about rhythm and beats and finding the right places to put certain music and certain sounds. And Baby Driver is like the expert of movies in this from last year. So I think as far as sound editing goes, Baby Driver is going to take it. Mixing, however, is a totally different thing. So explain sound mixing.
I'm not really sure what sound mixing is, which is why I wanted to ask you that.
Well, sound mixing is really putting it all together. So finding that good blend of the sounds, putting in your music, knowing when to do it, mixing in the different audio footsteps, how low, how high, make sure nothing overpowers the other. Can you hear everything happening in this scene?
Do you think... See, I didn't get to see Dunkirk
I didn't, but I think Dunkirk's going to have a sound mixing award here.
It might. If not, I'm actually thinking maybe Star Wars.
Okay.
To be honest.
And I'm going to say, I'm going to say Dunkirk. Sound mixing and sound editing to Baby Driver.
Alrighty.
And if someone had to take both, Baby Driver.
I hope so, man. I really like that movie a lot. We didn't watch any of the animated shorts or the
live action
shorts, so
we'll skip over those and go right into production design. Now, when you look at a movie and you look at how much detail you see in a film, just from every set piece, the color, pre-edit, what movie from the nominees of Shape of Water, Blade Runner, Dunkirk, Beauty and the Beast, and Darkest Hour?
This is pretty stacked because each one of those movies are beautiful to look at, and just like everything around it really takes you into that world.
I think it's going to really come down to Shape of Water and Blade Runner.
Oh, exactly. That's exactly where I was going to with that. So I've seen both. I love Shape of Water, but I think Blade Runner, that's the one where the production design, knowing where to put what, where, that's the one I think is going to take it.
And I haven't seen either one, but just from, let's say, previews, Shape of Water, I mean, you can look at behind the scenes and how much effort Guillermo del Toro puts into his work.
Yeah, that's true. That to me, I wouldn't be mad if Shape of Water got it. I wouldn't be mad if Blade Runner got it. You know what I mean?
So, and even though Guillermo is not like the production designer, he had a say in what he wanted.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, you saw both of these. Blade Runner, I'm with you. That's fine. Music for original song. Now, I'd have to probably go back and listen to an original song. Well, but if we think about the movies in general,
the only one, to be honest, I
Coco.
Remember Me. But everyone's been talking about The Greatest Showman. This Is Me.
Yeah.
I didn't listen to it.
And although it may have gotten bad critical reviews as far as the movie goes, maybe half and half. The best song, it won Golden Globe, right? So I think it could probably take this one too if it wants.
I would say so, maybe.
Now,
although Remember Me though was great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that song.
All right.
So I haven't seen it. I haven't listened to any of the other stuff.
Now, as far as original score, you're the original score guy, Martin. I mean, you cruise in your car and you just listen to scores. So, I mean, when thinking about the nominees, Phantom Thread, Star Wars Last Jedi, Three Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri, The Shape of Water, and Dunkirk. Now, you haven't seen all these movies.
Nope.
But you've heard some of the music through the previews.
Now, here's something that's unfortunate, and that's that I couldn't tell you the score in Star Wars, aside from all the stuff you've heard from before.
It's true.
You know what I mean? Like, to me, like, nothing stands out. Nothing was really that different. Maybe I just didn't hear it.
And it's crazy because we have Hans Zimmer going up against John Williams.
I know. Although the music in Shape of Water was beautiful. There's a scene where it turns into like a musical at one point, but it was just, the music is just flawless. It just goes in from one crescendos and then just comes right back down. It's beautiful. It's like it's perfect.
So do you think Alexandre Desplat's going to take the Oscar?
I hope so, because I love that. I love that score.
Now, if we think about makeup and hairstyling, there's Victoria and Abdul, Darkest Hour, and Wonder. Now, Darkest Hour?
Probably, because I honestly I haven't seen any of these films.
No, I saw the preview for Wonder, and that was pretty good too, as far as like style, makeup, hair. So you think about how they transformed Gary Oldman into Winston Churchill.
He's like unrecognizable.
Yeah. So
yeah,
Darkest Hour
for sure.
We're going to skip foreign language film, but let's get into film editing, something that me and Martin like to do. We love to edit. As annoying and intense as it can be, long hours switching back and forth to the computer, one taking a nap, one not taking a nap. Film editing, that is a big component. Who are the nominees on this one?
Dunkirk, I, Tonya, Baby Driver, Shape of Water, and Three Billboards Outside of Ebbing, Missouri.
For me, Baby Driver.
Me too. Because, okay, I haven't seen all these films, but Baby Driver to me, by far, it stood out to me. You know what I mean? And not in a bad way, because, like, editing is supposed to be something you don't notice. You know what I mean?
Well,
a good editor will make you not notice editing, which is what you want. But there's also other editors that make you notice, but it's perfect because it goes to a beat of a song. It pulp like your heart beats with the edit. You know, like yeah, exactly. And Baby Driver for me was that completely.
So I think from those we can agree, Baby Driver.
Yeah.
We're gonna probably skip over documentaries.
Yeah,
because I didn't see any. But we're getting into the big ones. So directing.
Okay,
the nominees.
So here are some. Well, we'll talk about it.
So say the nominees and the movie that they're in.
Okay. Paul Thomas Anderson for The Phantom Thread. Guillermo del Toro for The Shape of Water. Christopher Nolan for Dunkirk. Greta Gerwig, Lady Bird. And Jordan Peele, Get Out.
I thought that was cool that he even got nominated.
I think that's kind of a bullshit move.
Do you think we need to put someone in here?
I don't know, man.
A racial thing?
I'm not gonna say that, but okay. Let's think about it. I haven't seen the movie yet. Granted, I have seen Get Out, but I haven't seen Three Billboards yet. It's nominated for Best Picture. It's nominated for Best Actor, Actress, Supporting Actor, and yet it's not nominated for Best Director.
So do you think they got it snubbed?
Yeah, like what the F?
That's true.
Like, how do you do that? Like, it's nominated for all the things that a director would have to be in charge of. Mm-hmm. How do you not get Best Director?
That's true.
Does that make sense?
Even just a nomination, yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think that's like the biggest slap in the face, to be honest.
And, man, who knows? And it's kind of sad to think about it, but it's in the back of our minds. It's about like it could be a race thing. It could be something where the Academy's like, hey, you know what? We need to
have a woman. We need to have a minority.
Yep.
And they have that, but let's see who they left off. They left off. Well, then, granted, I haven't seen the post, but Steven Spielberg. They left out Martin I don't remember how to say his last name, but you know the 3 billboards.
Mm-hmm.
And who else did they leave out? Oh, Denis Villeneuve for Blade Runner.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know if he even deserved it, but I just thought in directing, I thought it was better than what Jordan Peele did. And I love Get Out, but to me, it's not. I don't even know why it's even nominated for Best Picture, to be honest.
Wait, is it in the Best Picture category?
Yeah.
Okay, we got to get to that. All right. So, directing. So, Paul Thomas Anderson is a master, but I think Phantom Thread is probably going to be one of those that they nominate out of respect, but it's not going to win anything. I feel. I think if it wins anything, it might be for like costumes. Maybe.
Was it even in the number? I don't think it was
or
there.
It should have been because it's about that.
It's not in there.
Yeah, Phantom Thread's not even in there, and it probably should have. Oh, no, that's not costume. That's makeup and hairstyling.
Well, I don't think costume's up there anymore.
Costume design.
Oh, you're right. But
so,
was it in there? Yeah, it is.
Yep, Phantom Thread. Yeah, you can't not do that. So, I don't think Paul Thomas Anderson's going to win this. I think the top contender...
There's only 2, in my opinion.
Christopher Nolan and Guillermo del Toro.
Yeah. Everyone else is just thrown in there.
Yeah.
But to be honest, if you were to have put in Martin... don't know how to say his last name. Director of 7...
For 3 Billboards.
Yeah, director of 7 Psychopaths. I think then it would have been a 3-horse race, man. It would have been between Christopher Nolan... Guillermo del Toro and Martin does something.
And this would be his first win, Guillermo del Toro, right?
I think so.
I really hope he wins.
I think so. Man, I don't know because after I saw Shape of Water, I was saying, "Damn, I think this might win Best Picture." But I would love to see Christopher Nolan get his due.
Maybe it's not his time.
Possible, because, I mean, who knows, man?
And he was pretty much snubbed from... I mean, he wasn't snubbed, but he didn't win anything at the Golden Globes. Dunkirk didn't really win much or anything.
Who knows, man? I mean, so for Best Director, I'm going to give the slight edge to Guillermo del Toro.
Okay, I'm there with you.
Yeah, slight edge. Lady Bird is a good movie, but I think that might be overrated.
I think so. Yeah. Costume design. We have Shape of Water, Beauty and the Beast, Darkest Hour, Phantom Thread, and Victoria and Abdul. And when I think of costumes, I haven't seen Phantom Thread, but I would imagine that Mark Bridges would win for Phantom Thread. But I don't think I can leave out Jacqueline Duran for Beauty and the Beast.
Exactly.
Because that was some amazing costume design. And it was one of my favorite movies. And what made the movie was the set and the costumes and the hair and makeup. All of that.
Yeah.
Made the movie really good.
No, I agree. I think Beauty and the Beast had like the most stylish... Although Shape of Water too, but definitely Beauty and the Beast, I think, would deserve this one.
Okay, so let's say Beauty and the Beast.
Okay.
Cinematography. Here we go. This is a big one. So, how well did these guys behind the camera capture these movies? Darkest Hour.
There's only one winner for me. There's only one winner.
So, we have Bruno Del Bonell for Darkest Hour. We have Hoyt van Hoytema for Dunkirk.
Ooh, nice.
We have Rachel Morrison for Mudbound. We have Dan Lotson for Shape of Water, and Roger Deakins for Blade Runner 2049. I know who you're going to choose. You are going to choose Roger Deakins for Blade Runner 2049.
I think he should have gotten it before for Prisoners.
See.
I love Prisoners.
But see, I think his competition is going to be Dan Lostson for Shape of Water.
I agree, but to be honest, I love Shape of Water, and cinematography was right up there, but just not as good.
Not as good as Blade Runner?
No, Blade Runner was incredible.
Okay.
Like, to me, I'm telling you, it seemed like every frame could have been... It could have been a... its own little painting. Yeah, exactly.
So let's go to animated feature film.
Okay. So I have what the F is going on here.
I understand. Let's read the nominees and you can tell me your what the F.
Okay. The Breadwinner, haven't seen it. Loving Vincent, haven't seen it. Coco, saw it. Boss Baby, and Ferdinand. You Ferdinand? Whatever.
Ferdinand.
It's stupid.
I know your gripe. What is it?
Okay, how are you gonna snub the Lego Movie again?
They snubbed Batman Lego movie.
Okay, I'm not gonna say it was the best. I'm not gonna say it was the best.
But that took a lot of effort.
But over Boss Baby,
yeah, Boss Baby was trash.
Come on, man. To be honest, let's say that Batman was in here, it still wouldn't have won.
No,
because
Coco's
definitely gonna, and if it doesn't, I'm gonna be upset.
If Boss Baby fucking wins,
there's no way. I don't know who the hell did what to who.
Breadwinner could also be a winner. But
I don't know these.
Pixar is always the winner.
Yeah, to be honest, yeah, it is.
I think there was one year where it didn't contend, and that was probably it.
Mm-hmm. All right, so let's do supporting roles here.
All right.
So you could do actress in a supporting role. Leslie Manville for Phantom Thread. Laurie Metcalf for Lady Bird. Allison Janney for I, Tonya. Mary J. Blige for Mudbound. And Octavia Spencer for The Shape of Water.
I'm going to say Allison Janney for I, Tonya is going to win.
I don't know because I wanted to see that movie. I didn't get to. Honestly, I've only seen Lady Bird and Shape of Water. And, man.
How was Octavia Spencer?
She was good.
Yeah.
I don't know if she was great. I don't know if she was great. She was good, though. And to be honest, Laurie Metcalf, she almost made me shed a tear at one point. So I'm going to give it to her, even though that movie's not that great. But I'm going to give it to her.
Okay. I'll give it to Allison Janney for I, Tonya.
You didn't even see that movie. So.
I'm still going to do it. Okay, actor in a supporting role. We have Christopher Plummer, All the Money in the World. Woody Harrelson, 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri. Sam Rockwell, 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri. Willem Dafoe, The Florida Project. And Richard Jenkins for The Shape of Water.
Man.
That sounds intense.
Okay, here's my point. Again, how do you nominate both Woody Harrelson and Sam Rockwell and, Norma McDermott? And it's Best Picture nominated, and you don't give them...
And you leave out director.
Yeah, what in the world? I don't know, man. Man.
I mean...
I've been hearing great things about Willem Dafoe.
Really?
I've a lot of friends have watched The Florida Project. Haven't seen it yet. I want to see it. Richard Jenkins was okay. I could have. He was his. I don't know. I don't know if it was award worthy.
Yeah.
I liked him though in the movie. And Christopher Plummer had a task after that whole thing happened with Kevin Spacey. He came in for 2 weeks
and
dominated, and he gets nominated. Wow,
that's a big feat.
I don't know. I haven't seen it, but
Sam Rockwell won the Golden Globe for Best Supporting Actor, also against Woody Harrelson. So I mean, I think if it comes down to it, Christopher Plummer and Sam Rockwell could be the top contenders in this. I do hope Sam Rockwell takes it.
I'm gonna put a little dark horse here. I want Willem Dafoe.
Okay.
Because when was the last time that guy's even won anything like that?
And he's one of the greats. And no one appreciates it, but
nobody appreciates it because he's always silly and weird.
And
like
he's
in
weird looking.
weird looking and like
he's a great actor.
Like in what's his name? Spider-Man.
Well, yeah.
Green Goblin.
Boondock Saints.
Yeah, I love Willem Dafoe, but I want him secretly to win, even though
I would not mind if he won.
He might not.
I will say, yeah, if what would satisfy me most is Sam Rockwell and Willem Dafoe, but I think you can't underestimate Christopher Plummer.
Mm-hmm.
So let's get into lead actress. So for our nominees, we have, of course, Meryl Streep for The Post.
The street monster, man.
We have Sally Hawkins for The Shape of Water, Margot Robbie for I, Tonya, Frances McDormand for Three Billboards Outside. You said Norma?
I did.
Oh my gosh, you just ruined this whole podcast. Frances McDormand for Three Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri, and Saoirse Ronan for Lady Bird. And I butchered her first name because it's Shiar. I don't know how you say it.
Shiernan. I don't know.
Saoirse Ronan.
Oh man. Okay, I want to give it to Sally Hawkins.
Really?
She doesn't say a word in this movie.
Okay, that's a big one.
You know what I mean? And I loved her in this movie.
And she pulled out the emotions. Is she mute?
Yes. She is. There is, though, one scene, I'm not going to give it away, where you do hear her.
Okay.
But she's pretty much silent throughout the whole thing.
Interesting.
I loved it. I loved her. She was so adorable.
I think Meryl Streep is not going to win. I think, just as a ritual, she got thrown in. I mean, she's one of the greats. It's obvious. She's won plenty of awards, but she's not going to take it. There's going to be plenty of jokes at the Oscars, too, like, oh, Meryl Streep got another one tonight. Oh, wait, well, we'll wait till we get to that, But I think Frances McDormand is going to take it.
I think so.
And I think her contender should be Margot Robbie.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And you know what? I'll even say Sally Hawkins, I would not mind if she won. But I think Frances McDormand might take it because you can kind of pin those roles. Mm-hmm. You can kind of see the acting in those roles and how it was designed for that particular person. And they're going to win. And Frances McDormand just shined. And it's kind of like, let's give you have the rugged look. Let's give you a tough, rugged role. And let's really bring out your personality and give you an award. I don't know. That's just the way I think. Let's go to actor in a leading role. This is interesting. Okay.
Actually, I forgot to mention something in supporting actor.
Actress or actor?
Actor.
We haven't even said anything yet.
No. Supporting.
Oh, supporting actor. Sorry.
I think somebody got snubbed.
Who got snubbed?
And you might not like my answer, but Patrick Stewart.
No, I love that answer. He should have been nominated.
What in the F?
Because then I would have probably wanted him to win.
What in the F? He would have been my favorite to win.
Because if you put him up against Christopher Plummer, Woody Harrelson, Sam Rockwell, Willem Dafoe, and Richard Jenkins...
You can take out Richard Jenkins, dude.
Yeah.
No, he doesn't belong there.
Yeah, you could take out Richard Jenkins. You could even take out Woody Harrelson, in all honesty.
Well, I don't know, man. I hadn't seen the movie yet.
No, you could take him out. No, but you can take a couple of these guys out. Well, you could take out one and trade him with Patrick Stewart. He should have been nominated. Why he didn't get nominated, I don't know. The Academy, whatever. Very political. But leading role actors, who are they?
Okay, I'm gonna butcher. Okay, see, so remember how what's her name butchered all the names in?
You want me to do this?
No, I'll do it. Daniel Kaluuya for Get Out. Timothy Chalamet. I'm just gonna say that. Gary Oldman for Darkest Hour. Daniel Day-Lewis for Phantom Thread. No surprises there. And then Denzel Washington for Roman J. Israel Esquire.
I think that was a dumb insert, in all honesty, for
really?
Denzel.
I hadn't seen the movie, but I was interested in watching it.
I was not interested. I don't know why. I saw it and I just saw another. I see Denzel. I don't see anything other than Denzel. So I need an actor that's gonna escape from his persona, you know?
But Denzel is the escape. When you meet him, you feel like you're on another world. And that's why when Denzel gets nominated, it's worth it, man.
Well, see, like when you look at like Training Day, he's not all Denzel in that movie, man.
True, but I don't think he should have won for that movie.
He didn't even think he should have won for that movie, but he got it. You could tell in his speech. He even said something about that.
Yeah, I think so.
But anyway, I think Daniel Day-Lewis is not going to win.
I think Daniel Kaluuya doesn't belong in this list.
And I think that Gary Oldman's going to take it.
Oh, I hope for sure.
Hands down.
I love Gary Oldman. And the fact that we've gone like 30 years without him getting an award yet.
I bet you once he wins, he's going to retire.
Man, who cares? I just want him to win.
I heard he's a dick. I heard he's a huge dick. But I think he's one of the greatest actors of all time.
Mm-hmm. He's
up there.
I don't care if he's a dick. He's amazing.
Now we come to our final nominee list, and that is Best Picture.
And we have 9
nominees. And I don't know. Before we say it, are there any snubs? Are there any snubs on this list?
Snubs. I don't know, man.
I'll go down the list and you think about it.
Okay.
Darkest Hour, Dunkirk, Phantom Thread, Get Out, The Post, 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri, The Shape of Water, Lady Bird, and Call Me By Your Name.
I think there are movies that don't belong here.
Is there anything that could take their place? I think Logan could have been.
I love Logan. I don't know, man. Like
I would have taken out.
I would have taken out Lady Bird and put Logan.
There you go.
But Logan wouldn't. There's no chance.
No, it would not win. But a nomination would have been amazing.
Yeah.
Even you know what? And I'm very happy for adapted screenplay. Big news for Logan. Mm-hmm. But even if they could have at least nominated Patrick Stewart, in all honesty, even what's his name? Hugh Jackman for Best Actor, because that was some great act. That's probably some of his top-notch acting.
I agree. I loved Hugh Jackman in that movie.
He was really good. It doesn't matter if he's playing Wolverine, a comic book character. He pulled out some of the best acting ever. Because if you take away the claws, man, that was still amazing acting.
Which is what my whole thing was when we saw it in black and white, is that it made me focus on the performances way more than the action. You know what I mean? Because you don't have the spectacle of the visuals anymore, the colors and stuff. You just have the black and white and the drama.
Yeah,
that's all you have. So I loved it.
So if you look at these Best Picture nominees, who are you going to pick to win? First, tell me who you want to win. And who you feel strongly is going to win. Okay.
I think I want to win The Shape of Water.
Uh-oh.
The Shape of Water. But who I think is going to win, the guy who should have been nominated in the first place, 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri.
Ah, man, I might agree.
I honestly, that's my list. Like, I want Shape of Water to win so bad. But I'll be happy if Guillermo wins Best Director and then Ebbing, Missouri wins Best Picture. That's a good trade-off for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, as long as he takes the Best Director.
Yeah.
Because that's like that's a Saving Private Ryan situation.
Because Martin didn't even get nominated.
That's a Saving Private Ryan situation where Spielberg won Best Director and it should have won Best Picture. But some other stupid movie beat it.
The Shakespeare in Love.
Shakespeare in Love? Fucking beat Saving Private Ryan?
We should make a list of like
the worst Academy Awards ever.
Exactly.
My God.
Crash 2005.
I like Crash.
I hate that movie.
Who should have beat Crash?
any other movie. I just didn't think that movie was that great.
Well, okay.
Although that is the first time I saw Michael Pena, so
that was a good Michael Pena too.
yeah.
I think I'm there with you. I think Best Picture, Three Billboards is probably going to take it, but I want Shape of Water to win.
Yeah. I need to watch this movie though. Call Me by Your Name. What is this all about?
I do not want to watch it.
What is it?
It's basically about a kid and an older guy, not like super old, but like 10 years older than this younger kid. Maybe an 18-year-old and a 30-year-old falling in love.
Oh. So Moonlight.
The White Moonlight.
The White Moonlight.
Yeah. But I'm being very mean in saying that. But no, I heard there's great performances, and it's obviously
so Armie
a good
Hammer's
movie.
in this, no?
Yes, he is. Armie Hammer. And he's the one that falls in love with the younger guy, or the younger guy falls in love with him.
Well, there you go. I didn't know what this movie's all about.
Now you can go watch it and tell me if you like it. So, yeah, I agree. That's pretty much our list. So if we give you a quick rundown, actor in a leading role, we're saying Gary Oldman.
For sure. Hands down.
Actor in a supporting role.
Should have been Patrick Stewart.
I think we should say Willem Dafoe.
I hope so. He's my dark horse.
I want to try and agree with you on most of these. Actress in a leading role.
Frances.
Let's say Frances McDormand's going to take that.
Yeah, for sure.
Actress in a supporting role.
I didn't give an answer for this one, huh? Laurie Metcalf.
Okay.
I think I said that.
And I said Allison Janney.
Yeah.
So I'll just stick to that. We don't even have to say animated feature film. Coco's going to take that.
Best Picture.
Best Picture, Three Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri. Mm-hmm. But we want Shape of Water to win.
Yep.
Cinematography, Roger Deakins for Blade Runner 2049.
Yep.
Costume design, Beauty and the Beast to Jacqueline Duran. Directing, Guillermo del Toro for The Shape of Water. For film editing,
Baby Driver.
And that would be to Paul Mackless and Jonathan Amos.
Amos.
Makeup and hairstyling, we're thinking Darkest Hour. I'm not even going to try and say the names of those guys. For original score, we're going to say...
I said Shape of Water.
Alexandre Desplat. For original song, Coco, Remember Me. Production design, we're thinking... What?
Did we give this one?
Yeah, we did. It was between...
production design. I think that's the one I gave the Blade Runner.
Okay, so Blade Runner on yeah, because it's a different kind of world and taking you out there. So, okay, Blade Runner. Sound editing, Baby Driver, Julian Slater. Sound mixing, that one's tough. But let's just say Baby Driver.
Yeah.
Visual effects, I think we're going to be leaning more towards what? Star Wars The Last Jedi.
I'm thinking War of the Planet of the Apes.
Okay.
Maybe.
Star Wars or Perhaps. War for the Planet.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think Blade Runner might take it anyway.
I hope so, to be honest.
Adapted screenplay, we really want Logan to take that.
Yeah.
Just
I don't
take
even
it, please.
care. Just give it to him.
And part of me feels like Logan was put in this to win. I don't know why. I really hope. So. Although Mudbound, I heard great
I'm
things.
Gonna freaking flip my shit if Logan wins.
I will literally poop in my hand and flip it.
Exactly.
Original screenplay. If we're talking original, Shape of Water. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. That's all the Academy Awards, and that's all the time we have for today. I hear the music playing in the background. It is time for us to leave. But please make sure that you subscribe, like, and follow us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. Just type in NerdFellas. You will find us.
And I will kill you. Of course, also, if you guys want to get some awesome teas, Go to Ripped Apparel, enter promo code NerdFellas for a 10% discount.
That's right. Other than that, that is our breakdown of the Academy Awards. Make sure you tune in. Maybe we'll do a live video and live reactions as the awards play.
That would be awesome.
I think that's going to be our next video.
I hope so. Well, no, that's not for like 2 months.
In 2 months it is.
All right.
It's in a month.
It's in a month, right?
Yeah, it's next month.
All right.
Other than that, I'm Mike.
I'm Martin.
Nerd out.